What's going on, YouTube? Today I've got something super exciting that I want to share with you guys. I just closed on my own little piece of heaven. We just purchased 50 acres, so I'm super excited about this. This is like my dream come true. I have worked so hard, countless hours. My family's been there through it all. I can't thank my fiance and my kids enough for giving me the motivation and the drive to get up every day and do what I do to make my dreams come true. So I would encourage each and every one of you, hey, you can do what you put your mind and your heart to. It's just taking a little bit of time, a little blood, sweat, and tears, literally blood, sweat, and tears. I almost lost it all a few times, and just to be where I'm at today, I'm very blessed and grateful. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, everybody that has supported me, and the YouTube channel and the tree business and the paper business that we had before this and the lawn care business. All that was just a stepping stone to get me where I'm at today. And I'm just so grateful. I can't say enough. So, all right, enough of the BS talking. We just closed on 50 acres. And I'm gonna show you this place here, and we're gonna take a look at it from the ground. It's got a creek going through it. It's all wooded. It was cut probably about 4 or 5 years ago. They really thinned it out, and they left all the big timber. It's got a lot of big pines on it, and they left the big timber for poles and seed. So we're not gonna harvest any of those unless, you know, that's where we're gonna build at. But we're gonna build our forever home here. You're gonna see a lot of YouTube videos in the future about this piece. And we're gonna probably do some kind of barn style house, like a barn dominium, but that is the plan. And but this is gonna be a whitetail paradise, my paradise, but it's gonna be something to follow along for, I can assure you. So enough of the talking. Let's go check it out. 50 acres of my own little piece of heaven right here. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to dive into it with the Cat 259 D3. And on the front, the attachment that we're gonna be using today is the Bradco Ground Shark Heavy Duty Extreme. It works really well for small material like we've got here. And we're gonna see if we can get a road cut in to figure out where we're gonna put our house at. Like I said, there's no rush. This is gonna be a long-term project for us. Biggest thing is I wanna get a road cut in here before it gets too wet. We got a rain coming in about 3 hours. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to it. Thank you, Lord. Really smooth, and I think by dark we should have a pretty good road cut in here. I probably won't be able to drive Madeline's SUV through here, but definitely could bring a pickup truck, tractor. I'm excited. So all right, guys, here comes Madeline right now. I'm super excited to show her what we've got done so far. All right, guys, so I've been running the machine for about 45 minutes now. I've got probably 100 yards into the property. I want to kind of show you what I've got going on here. And it's not, you know, it's not perfect. We're going to go a little deeper in some corners, a little shallower in others. But I'm just kind of getting a lane cut in there so we can get the driveway, kind of a visualization of where it's going to go. The best thing about a forestry mower is you're not coming in here with a dozer, disturbing all the ground, digging up roots, causing bigger problems if you don't want to actually put a road in there or whatever. This will grow back. So it's not like we're coming in here with a dozer, exposing all the soil. And then of course the property is on a hill, so you don't want to lose all of your dirt. So like I said, the best thing about forestry mulching is you can see it's kind of going up a hill there. That's great. There's not going to be any washout. There's no erosion issues. It really is the best machine for this job. So let's take a look in there. Let's walk in there real quick. I'm going to wait on Madeline. They're coming down the road here. They're about a third of the way down the road. Take a look at them. I mean, this property is over 500 yards deep. It's incredible. I love it. This is just like, I'm excited. I don't know what else to say. So hope you guys are enjoying this video. I'm gonna try to put some clips in here of cutting the road in, and then we're gonna carry on with the road. So y'all come on and take a look. Got a little creek that cuts through the property here. Hey, what did you think, sweetie? What'd you think? Huh? Okay. What do you think, Brentley? You like it? You're gonna have a big playground. Hey, Boone, what do you think?
Coyote poop.
Yep.
Get back there, and that's danger.
What do you think, Bud? Oh, that wouldn't be good.
Is that lunch? Come on.
What do you think about the little nature trail? Hey, this is gonna be our driveway. Can I get some skin? Come on, let's roll. They need to get us a side-by-side so we can go through here easily. So right here, we hug these two trees like this, and you keep that as your buffer, and then it goes back that way towards Brentley. Come on, here, hold my hand. Hold my hand.
Coyote poop.
You saw coyote poop?
Yeah.
Good, because we're gonna have to trap them up.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brentley? Going pretty quick? I've been only cutting for like 45 minutes maybe. You got something to say to the people on YouTube? Come on, say something. Apparently he doesn't want to do any talking, so I'll do it. This goes up a pretty good hill. I mean, this incline is awesome. So we're gonna actually build up here on the hill. What, told you? Okay, come on. We're gonna build up here on the hill. Probably cut another 100 yards. Okay. Probably cut another 100 yards in from where we're at now. And then kind of angle back towards the heart of the property. Probably go another 100 yards in. And then cut an acre or two in there, open it up and see what it looks like. So here, and we're gonna do a controlled burn on the western side of the property at some point, probably here in the next month or two. I've already saw a lot of deer turds coming through some of these trails like this. This is just prime freaking deer area. They're going back down towards the creek. They're coming up this way to feed on this oak flat. You can see all these water oaks, there's red oaks, there's a few white oaks in here, and they're coming up in this oak flat to feed, and then they're probably going back down towards the creek there where it's real thick to lay. Super excited about this place, and I'm gonna get in here and we're gonna keep on clearing. So we're still cutting in the driveway into the 50-acre piece. We've probably gone, I don't know, 200 yards now in the last hour, hour and a half. This ground shark is just mowing through this stuff. This is a Cat 259 D3 2020 model, but it is high flow and it is a lesser gallons per minute than my older skid steer, which was the 2018 John Deere 333G. So it's hard to compare the two, but this thing is definitely getting the job done. The teeth on it are extremely dull, like they're rounded off, but the blades are fairly sharp, so it's doing what I needed to do, which is cut in a road to our property here. So I am grateful for to be able to use it. Now, a friend of mine is letting me demo this unit. I was gonna either buy another ground shark or a drum style mulcher. I don't know if I was gonna get the Preneth or Dennis Seamoff FAE. I didn't know what kind of head I was gonna get. I said, you know what, let me demo one of these. I don't want to spend $35,000, $40,000 right now, but let me check this out and then, you know, run it for a day or two, see how I like it, and then let me put it side by side with a drum style head. Obviously you got a better finished product with the drum, but you're talking, you know, 12, 14,000 versus 35 to 40,000. So it's kind of one of those deals, but this is doing one hell of a job with this underbrush here. So we are smack dab in the middle of the first quarter of the property. So I said I wanted to be about, you know, 200 yards off the road, 175, 200 yards off the road. I want to be on the hill so I can look back down through our property and, you know, kind of have that view where you're just kind of like looking down into the valley towards the creek there. So I'm thinking somewhere in here will be the house, somewhere back in here behind me. We're kind of on like a plateau on top of this hardwood flat. A lot of oaks in here, a lot of pines as well. It's mixed, but what I'm noticing is there's a lot of leaning trees due to Hurricane Sally. So we are gonna have to take some of these pines out, at least the ones that would affect our home. Not a huge issue right now, but just taking a look at it, seeing what we got, and standing on top of our skid steer here. We're looking at the south side of the property, looking at where we came in and cut our road in. And I just kind of got in a rush and I wanted to see what it looked like in here. So I just went right through that real quick. But somewhere in this area right in here is where the house is gonna be. Not sure exactly where. Gonna kind of leave that one up to Madeline. But the further you go that way, it goes downhill. And then you get into other issues with wetlands and the creek and stuff like that. So gonna definitely try to stay up on this side, but super excited about this piece. It's what I've always dreamed of having. We're gonna get in here and kind of open it up a little bit so we can see, Madeline can get an idea what it's looking like, and can get back to work. I don't know what to say, but I'm loving it. And excuse the camera being just a little bit shaky. That pine right there is gonna go. We're gonna take that pine out here next week probably. Right here, you can't get the door open. You see how it has to be on level ground, but this cutter kind of sticks up just a little bit, so I don't really like the design of this. I wish it was kind of like a little bit more low profile, but I'm not an engineer. It'd just be hard to escape through this door. If you had to, you'd have to pull the handles and all that, but you can't hardly drive with the door open to show off what you got. Oh, that's Madeline coming in behind me, so let's finish taking this little trip. Sorry if it's a little blurry, but I'm doing the best that I can. but oaks are my favorite. I'll lift this up just a little bit so you guys can see. Now, I haven't finished really dressing this up, so Madeline should be able to get in here. This is a little rough in here, but this is where we get to the point where we're gonna start opening up for our property. Somewhere in here. I don't know where exactly yet, but right here is as far as I got, and it's just, this is a beautiful place. Let's see what Madeline has to say about it. She just got back from the store. She was getting diesel for me. What do you think?
This is where we're building?
Yeah, somewhere in here. A lot of these pines that are leaning like this are gonna have to go. I mean, they ain't gotta go, but at some point, I mean, that's at like a 60-degree angle. There's two over there. Hop out and take a look.
Where are we at?
So just discovered something super cool here, and I've seen it on the topo map all along. The property kind of just gently slopes down, and then it comes up to this edge right here, and then it drops off about 15 feet at a 45-degree angle. So it's going, and then it just dives down, and you're overlooking like a valley of planted pines, and it's just freaking beautiful in there. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this area out and check out this little bit of deer sign right here. Small rub on this little sapling pine here. Right here, you can see all kinds of trails going through this property. These are deer trails and wildlife trails. This is an old rub, probably from last year. But I'm thinking down in that valley is nothing but bedding area. So that's pretty cool. I don't really want to disturb that, so what I'll probably do is go along this thick stuff here. As you can see, like I was telling you guys before, all these oaks right here mixed with pines, they're feeding in this. This is very, very dense, thick cover around this, and so they feel really safe. They're eating on these plants and browsing on stuff like this right here, eating the acorns out of here, and this is really, really good deer habitat. So we're just gonna add to that, and we're gonna try to turn this place into a deer mecca. So, all right, I'm gonna get in here with the forestry mulcher, start clearing. Big dead oak right there. Snapped off pine there, leaning pine there. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in here. What's that? What, the valley? Down there. Let's go look at it. It kind of drops off where you can see all through that cut. It's crazy how much I've got done in about 2 hours, huh? Mm-hmm. Look at that. Look. Don't go down in there, but you can look out all across that. You see where the brown trees are right there? Those are oaks and maples, sweet gums.
Is that deer trail?
Yeah, it's a deer trail. But you can see that right there, that line of trees, that's that creek back there. So,
Wait, line of trees.
see where it's brown? See like back in there?
I don't see it.
Look, you don't see the brown trees? You see the green tops, and you see brown like dead? All right, everybody on YouTube sees it. All them brown trees, that's the creek, and it kind of angles back, cuts through the property like
Is
that.
that like the leaves or something?
Yeah, the brown leaves. Because pines, they're not losing their pine needles right now. The oaks, they're losing their leaves.
Oh, is it way back there?
Yes. All right, I'm about to get back to it. What you think? Huh?
I don't like that.
You don't like this?
No, I said I like it.
You like it?
But
Get out of here. All right, let's get back to work. Chainsaw in Brentley's hands.
Oak tree. Sweet gum. I think I'm gonna keep some of these sweet gums. I know it's an invasive species and they're really good for nothing, but I really, really like the coloration and the leaves. And down here in Northwest Florida, we don't get a whole lot of color in the fall. So I think I'm gonna keep the sweet gums. I like the brown and red leaves. All right, Brinley, stay far back.
All right, so I just opened up this little area here. It's probably 40 yards by 60 yards. And somewhere up on top of this plateau here is where the house is gonna be. And I am so stinking excited. I can't even contain myself. Looking down that way, the creek runs along that way like that. And we're gonna have one incredible view. What I might do, I'm probably gonna burn everything down there, and then what I might do is plant that and blue stem and Indian grass, switchgrass, stuff like that, and that way we got like a old prairie look. What do you think about like planting that whole bottom after we burn it, planting it like Indian grass and switchgrass, give it like
something that's not gonna be all big,
like
it is.
Right. I'm thinking that like prairie look that I'm talking about. And that'll all be bedding area and cover. I mean, I'm excited. What do you think? The highway is not that loud. Madeline's very, very concerned. Sunset's right. Boom. There. Yeah. No, not yet. It's behind them clouds. We got a big front coming through. The biggest front of the season so far. It's going to get down in the 30s. So the sun's being blocked, but this is the west. You're looking west right here. And so the sun's gonna kind of come down like this. And so we're gonna be looking out the back porch over that valley, I think is the plan. So, sweet. What do you think?
That pine tree.
Which one?
I think that this is like a perfect area for the actual house.
Right.
Because I feel like the trees that are around here are not really that great.
Not
like that's leaning, this is leaning, that one's leaning.
Right, and those two oaks right there are just beautiful. There's another really, really, really perfect tree. Right. There's 3 beautiful oaks right there that have no splits, no damage. I mean, there's a lot of good trees around this area. So maybe in here, I mean, we could be standing in our living room. We don't know it yet, but we're gonna get this opened up, and I'm not trying to cut it too fine right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the blower, and in a couple days I'll get me and Danny in here, and we'll blow a perimeter around this and just burn all this. And then I'm gonna put oats, wheat, and rye out, and that way it'll be good to drive on. So I'm excited. There's some really nice trees back in there. Like, see, there's a big silver maple. See those oaks right there?
Oh yeah. I'm saying maybe if we could get this dead oak right here, from the dead oak over there.
Yeah.
To this oak, like right here, could be the housing area.
Yeah. Hard to say. We're gonna know a lot more once we fly the drone. That pretty much does it for day 1 here at the new land, and I'm stoked about the place. I love it. The Bradco Ground Shark really did one heck of a job. I've been in here for probably 3 hours, and I cut a 300-yard road into this piece, and somewhere in here is where we're gonna build. We don't know where yet, but we're just doing kind of like a rough take, trying to open it up, see what we got, check out the view, and get this thing cleared out a little bit so we can enjoy the new property here. Truck, and we are going to take a ride out, and we'll catch you on the next video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below to let us know what you think, and we're definitely going to be back. I gotta open this up right here a little bit more. Yeah, honey. Hey, and even if you want to, I mean, we can extend this as our yard. There's some nice oaks in here. But I wouldn't go any further than this. Yeah, about right here. Sorry guys, I'm really trying to keep a steady hand here, but I'm sitting in the bed of the truck. I'm hanging on, sweetheart. I mean, so far it's exactly what I wanted. You know? I mean, I thought this through, mapped it out, wrote it down 15 times, drew it on a map 30. There it is. Sweet.